discuss is the leadership behavior of pace setting. Pace setting is a behavior that has an end goal of setting short-term wins with a high expectation for excellence and achievement. This means that you're setting quick wins for your team and building upon those. So we've won this one, we celebrate, here's the next goal. Let's get there, we celebrate, here's the next goal. There's 2 times where this type of leadership behavior is extremely impactful. The first time you should use pace setting as your leadership behavior is when it's a complex task. There's a lot of moving parts, and how do we eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time, right? So when we have this big project and there's lots of elements and it's lots of moving parts, we're gonna look at breaking that project down into short-term goals that we can get there. And I know my team can get there, and I'm gonna encourage them to get there, and then we're gonna high five, and then here's the next goal, the next step. And we're just gonna keep moving, and before you know it, you look back and you've completed this big complex project. But you've broken it down into little goals, little bites that people can consume. The other time to use pace setting, and this might surprise you, the other time to use the pace setting behavior is when you have someone really struggling with performance. Think about that. I am looking at a team member who is on the edge of having issues because they're performing poorly consistently. And if I tell them my expectation is you get perfect and you get back to it, I'm already struggling. How on earth can I get there? I can't get there, and if that's your expectation, leader, I'm out. Using pace setting means saying, hey, what we're gonna try and do right now is just focus on this next 2 weeks. Here's what I expect in these next 2 weeks. So taking that what perfect looks like and breaking it down into individual smaller achievements for your team member. Once they get there, we celebrate. We're starting to build that self-confidence that they can do it. And now I'm extending out my expectation, or I'm elevating it to the next level. When you have somebody who's really struggling to perform, telling them I just expect you to start performing isn't achievable. They can't do it. And so creating these shorter goals with high expectations and encouragement that they'll get there means that you're using a leadership behavior that is, again, taking that big giant end thing and breaking it down into achievable parts. That's the pace setting leadership behavior. Interestingly though, there are times where that is not what you want. One of the times is when you already have a self-motivated, self-growing team member. They don't need quick little wins. They love the long-term goal. That's what they're trying to get to, and they know they can get there. So I don't need you to set these little 2-week stations where I'm gonna get there. I got it. The other time is when the direction isn't clear. So when I, as a leader, am not 100% as to what the end goal is, I can't all of a sudden start creating these milestones when I don't know where we're trying to get to. So I need to first understand that long-term vision. And I need to understand the big end that we're trying to get to so I can make these meaningful paces that make sense. If I don't know where we're trying to go and what the picture is supposed to be, pace setting isn't what I need to do. I need to go get more information first. So those are times where pace setting would not have the impact that you're looking for. And we're talking about impactful leadership behaviors and when they work. So pace setting is that goal of short-term wins with high expectations of excellence because I've set something that's achievable. So I expect my team to achieve it. That's the goal. And that's when you can use it, is these big, huge, complex projects where I have to break it down or it's too overwhelming. And interestingly, when someone's really underperforming, just starting to set those small goals of where to get to, and your pace-setting leadership behavior will be impactful.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.